Hello! So we have a Discord channel. I've decided to put it at the start of the video just so that you can all see. Make sure you join it. It's the link in the description below. It's going to be the hub of the GenX community where we're going to talk about everything. Whether it's crypto markets, normal markets, memes, gaming, you name it, it's going to be there. This week has already been packed with events in the crypto market. And at the time of writing this, the UST has lost its dollar peg. Luna is dumping. It's dropped from $60 to about 10 cents in the last 4 or 5 days. And at the same time, the markets have been falling too, or the majority of the markets have been falling too. So today I want to talk about both a little bit in the video. Give a little bit of my own opinions, my own advice. Not financial advice, just things that I'm going to be looking to do myself in preparation for the next bull run. So try and sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, so firstly I wanted to talk about UST and Luna. These are sort of the two major headlines in most of the articles for the last couple of days, and you'll know why already. The ecosystem itself has been struggling quite a lot after the UST lost its actual peg. So as you can see, this is the total value locked in the entire ecosystem, and you can see it's dropped considerably. In the last 24 hours, dropping 69%, and Anchor losing the majority of the total value locked in there as well, minus 89% in 7 days. And yeah, you can just see the total value lot hit around $30 billion, very close to $30 billion. And then since then, it's been a very sharp drop down to 2.82 billion now. Yeah, something like that it was like a bit of a ticking time bomb in a way. That's the way I thought of it anyway, because of the whole Anchor protocol and the fact that you were earning 20% APY on your stablecoin. It just seemed a little bit too good to be true, but I'm going to talk about what type of stablecoin this is, and then I'm going to mention some others that have come out that are the same as that as well. But yeah, just from seeing this, you can see quite a big drop in terms of the total value locked for this particular chain. And honestly, it seems like that for most other chains as well, and I think it's just because a lot of money is leaving the market at the moment. You can see Ethereum's down 22% in the last day, and that's not the coin itself, that's actually just the total value locked. Yeah, big drops. It's red across the board. Unfortunately for us, it's red across the board. So yeah, Anchor Protocol. It offered a 20% APY on depositing UST to its platform, and it had been a solid rate for quite a long time. This meant that the ecosystem grew massively, the tokens alongside it, or Luna alongside it. It became apparent that eventually these rates would slow down just because Anchor Protocol were losing thousands and thousands of dollars every single day, just keeping that rate up. And the reason the rate was that high was just to get people over to the ecosystem, and it was like an incentive for people to move their money over there. So we'll talk about UST. UST is an algorithmic stablecoin, so it's different from what you'd see from USDT, USDC, BUSD. It's completely different from them. And the reason it's different is because UST doesn't have any real reserves. And they hold their $1 value based on an algorithm that automatically strikes a balance between the stablecoin and a partner coin, and the partner coin being Luna. The algorithm encourages traders to take advantage of any price changes in the stablecoin. In theory, the mechanics work so that traders will always swap $1 of UST for $1 worth of Luna. But if the market cap of Luna dropped below the UST market cap, this would jeopardize the whole structure. And you could say it's done just that. The Luna Foundation group posted a tweet announcing that $1.5 billion worth of their Bitcoin reserves were being loaned out to market makers to defend its UST peg. The CEO of Terraform Labs, Do Kwon, sent a tweet out too, telling everyone that more capital is actually being deployed to the platform. So what basically happened is Luna started to dump in price, and as Luna kept on falling, there was more sort of speculation and more fear that UST would lose its peg, so people started selling that. And then when it dropped from $1 to 98 cents, there was even more panic, and more people decided to sell the UST. And as more people are selling UST and Luna, it further drove the price of both of them down. And so it was slowly losing its peg, and because so many people were already fearful in the market, it just had like quite a dramatic effect on both of the tokens. So it ended up leading to UST dropping really far in price. It's dropped, from the time of recording this video, it's dropped as low as 20 cents, which is just an insane amount, considering it's supposed to be always at $1. So you can just see on Luna's CoinMarketCap page just how sharp it's actually dropped. Just over the past, we'll go 7 days. It was $85 7 days ago, and it's now sitting at 11 cents at the moment. So yeah, quite a large drop. It's quite sad to see just how quickly a token like this has just dropped. I mean, this was a top 10 coin, not long ago, and it's now rank 83. I think there's just been so much fear in the market already, and things are a little bit touchy, and then all of a sudden you had a lot of sort of fear uncertainty, doubt, fudge, you could say, around the UST coin, and then that's it. Everything's just sort of collapsed. And a lot of people had a lot of money on those, especially on Anchor Protocol, because of the rates. I've heard of people not even being able to take their money out of the Anchor Protocol because of huge amounts of congestion. So people have not even been able to sell the UST that they've got held on there. So it's barely worth anything compared to what it used to. Yeah, it's very sad, and I've heard of a lot of sort of stories of people losing just some huge amounts of money, and I just want to sort of give my condolences to those people that have lost so much. I wanted to actually mention some other algorithm stablecoins as well today, just a sort of a brief outline as to what they are and what chain they're on, so you can do a bit of research on them yourself, and just so you're more cautious when it comes to maybe investing in these in the future. So the first one that I'll talk about is USDD, and that's come from the Tron network. And the other one is actually USN, and that's from NEAR. I've made a video about NEAR's ecosystem in the past, but Tron isn't something I've really mentioned on this channel before, because I've not really had much experience with it. But yeah, we'll talk about Tron's stablecoin USDD first. It's very similar to UST, using incentives for traders to use arbitrage to keep the stablecoin pegged to $1, and that's through trading between Tron and USDD. They also want to create a reserve of $10 billion in assets such as Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies to support the stablecoin. They're currently promising an insane return of 30% APY, which is 10% higher than what you would have got on UST. As for how it's being financed, they hope to get more crypto exchanges and institutions involved to help sort of fund it. And the Tron DAO will also contribute their coins into the reserve as well. It's very similar to how UST is as well. UST was based around arbitrage, and it was pretty much the same kind of setup. It's basically like a competitor to UST. They're offering an insane reward of 30% APY to start off with, just to get people's money over to that platform. And then I imagine that those rates will sort of lower and lower as time goes on, because again, how are they going to fund something like this? Even having a $10 billion fund to help with the stability of the stablecoin, it's just, I don't know, when I see these and just the insane returns that you can get, like I think exchanges that are coming out with 7% to 8% APY on stablecoins are losing money just on that. So when you're talking about 30%, it's really a question of how long are you able to keep those rates for. And what should happen is the rate should just drop and your stablecoin will be absolutely fine. You just earn less rewards, in which case you can move it about and go somewhere else. Unfortunately, with the case of Luna, that didn't happen. So this is USDD. As you can see, it's rank 114 on the CoinMarketCap token list. You can see it's not really lost its peg. It's just gone down a little bit because of all the stuff going on today. I mean, even USDT, I think it went down to 96 cents today, which doesn't happen that often, but unfortunately it's just the case when there's so much fear in the market. So you can see, yeah, it's dipped to about 99 cents, but it's really not too much in the grand scheme of things. And then we'll talk about NEAR Protocol, which is their own algorithmic stablecoin called USN. Again, it's very similar to UST and USDD, as it's not backed by real cash dollars. It's just crypto assets. It's minted by depositing NEAR tokens as collateral. Decentral Bank is a DAO that is leading the effort for the USN stablecoin. In terms of USN's rewards, it will pay roughly a minimum of 10% annual yield from Decentral Bank. This is going to be funded by the DAO's revenue from staking the native NEAR, which gives around 11% APY. So I suppose it's a little bit of a better way of funding it, I guess. If you're earning like a steady amount of 11% on NEAR, and you convert that to help keep up USN for the 10% APY, yeah, okay. I can see that being a little bit better. The stablecoin rewards will vary depending on the NEAR staking percentage and the market value of NEAR. It's been said that it could give 20% annually to early users as like an incentive to use the platform, a little bit like what Anchor Protocol did, and the same as what USDD is doing as well. So that would only be temporary, and then it would drop down. So again, they'll be losing money to start with, and then the idea is once people are on the platform, they'll gradually bring that APY down to the point where they're not losing any money. So in terms of the stability of USN, the Decentral Bank DAO will have an arbitrage system again that will try to ensure that the USN stablecoin trades around $1 worth of NEAR tokens. The second is a reserve fund made of NEAR and USDT tokens that's owned by the DAO treasury. Yeah, so like I said, both of these sound very similar to UST. It had reserves like these two, and it also had arbitrage trading. And yeah, the question is, do these stablecoins really work? We've seen sort of a bit of a failed experiment from Luna and UST, so now it's up to NEAR and their own USN token and Tron and the USDD token to see whether it's going to happen to these as well. And it's rough, like just being in the crypto market, if you've got money in there, if you've got money in Bitcoin, Ethereum, or altcoins, it's not a nice market to really be a part of, and it can hurt. It can definitely hurt. And don't worry if you feel this way. There are other people that feel the same way as well. If you know anyone else that's in the market, just talk to them. Just talk to them. Just have a conversation about how you're both doing, and just try and come up with ways that you can potentially maybe limit these kind of losses in the future, and just kind of, you just kind of work together a little bit. The thing that got me into crypto, and I think I've mentioned it on the channel before, was a streamer. And this guy, on any red days, he used to call them homework days. And so what he used to do is he just spent the time during the day that he would do trading to just learn about the market and just sort of test different strategies, learn about different trading strategies, or learn about risk a little bit more and see if he's doing anything wrong in that sort of department. And also just diversification as well, to make sure that when, the future bull market comes, you can actually sort of keep more of the money you've earned during it. It's hard seeing drops like this in the market. It kind of makes me sort of freeze up a little bit, and I'm just sort of watching, not quite sure what to do. I mean, for Luna, I've been looking at the 1 minute chart for the past 2 days, and it's definitely not been good for my health. I know this hasn't been the nicest of videos to watch because it's talking about things that hurt people, but it's something that we sort of need to outline as a community and just talk about and just be open about how we all feel. If you're feeling down and you feel like you need to talk to someone, then we do have a Discord channel, so you can join that. It's in the link in the description below. And you can just talk. You can talk to any of the team on there. You can talk to any of the other community on there. And yeah, on the Discord channel, you can talk about anything, whether it's crypto, play to earn gaming, NFTs, normal markets, or just any memes, just anything you like. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, then please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. All that sort of stuff. All the links to everything is in the description below, like the Telegram, the Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all of that stuff. Your favorite platforms are all there. With all that being said, I love you all. I hope you're all safe during these times, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.